Hi, thanks for stopping by. In this video that I call Listing Badasses, it's about neighborhood experts and specialists. In this video, I answer the questions that I think should be discussed before you, the seller, sign on the dotted line of a long-term listing contract that you can't cancel, which locks you into a contract where you agree to pay huge fat commissions because you were told that's normal. It's not normal, customary, or necessary. When folks decide to sell their house, the first question is who to hire or list it with. Then a lot of other questions and fears. What's it worth and how much will I get out of it? How long will it take to sell and how much time will I have to move? Should I fix anything? New paint? New carpet? But the first thing is usually who do we get to sell it? And most folks think immediately of the so-called neighborhood expert or the neighborhood specialist. Believe me, agents spend thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars branding themselves as neighborhood experts. The point of this video, think about it. You're about to sell your house, possibly your largest asset, where most of your money is tied up. You'll only sell a house maybe 3 or 4 times in your entire life. And you're about to make decisions and get advice from some guy that has the most signs up in the area. Well, to that I say, just slow down, whoa, not so fast. Because that's crazy. You've heard the story of David and Goliath. The little guy beats the big guy. The process goes on in every business, the David and Goliath process. In real estate, it's the Goliath agents. It's the branding, promotion, and marketing of so-called neighborhood experts and specialists, the mega agents, the Goliath agents. Thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars spent by agents branding themselves as the biggest and the best. Experts and neighborhood specialists, mega listing agents. I call them the listing badasses. Getting listings is big business in Arizona, and there are any number of agents that also see themselves as Davids. They aspire to be the next Goliath. Me, I'm neither David or Goliath. It's a lot more fun to be the little shepherd boy. If you read the story of David and Goliath, you know that Goliath had his problems, and after David kicked his butt, they made him king, and his life kind of sucked after that. When most folks think of neighborhood specialists or experts, they've seen the signs, they hear the radio ads. It must be true or they couldn't put it on the radio, right? The fact is that really, these experts are the folks that really know how to get listings. It doesn't mean they all sell, because they don't. And I can prove that to you. Really, once the expert has the listing, and it goes into the MLS, and someone else sells it. I'm not making this up. It's proved by the numbers. See my video, Dude, Where's My Buyer? I talk about zip code 85258, the entire month of June. 89 different agents sold 91 different listings, homes. And I guarantee every one of those 91 homes that sold had a listing agent, that's the guy on the sign, that promoted themselves as a neighborhood expert or specialist. And all those signs that you see, well, stick around, because next month a lot of them are going to have some other expert sign on them. Yeah, 91 of them sold in that zip code, but 63 of the experts' homes didn't sell. These were experts that listings didn't sell. They expired, canceled, or something happened, and that so-called expert moved on to some other house where he presents himself as the expert. Still, what remained? There were 63 families scratching their head wondering what to do next. And next month there'll be 63 more families with homes that didn't sell. It's pretty amazing actually, but no one ever talks about those numbers, except for me and my Not Six website and my blog. My point is this: if you price your property right and it's in the MLS, it's going to end up on the internet, all over the internet, internationally. Chances are it will sell whether I list it or some expert lists it. Maybe even some brand new expert lists it. Price it right and it's probably going to sell. So other than the commissions that agents charge, what makes the difference between real estate agents? It matters who answers the phone when the questions come in. It matters that experience in negotiating and communication skills answers the phone. It matters who negotiates the offer or offers. It matters that the person who actually takes the call has seen the home, met you, and is actually involved in representing you in your house. If that call is going to some team member or a staff guy that works for the expert, a receptionist or the answering service, you can easily lose the one buyer that if that call had been handled properly, that caller would have bought your home. See my video, How to Trick a Seller in 30 Minutes Flat, and I get into the whole phenomena of how all that works. Look, I'm not the only guy around that can get your house sold, but I'm not going to lie to you and tell you I'm going to sell it. Chances are I'm not. The buyer is going to come from some other agent. That's what happens. 85258 zip code. In June, 91 sales and 89 that were sold by 89 different agents. That means you had 91 different agents with their names on the signs and 89 other agents that actually sold those homes. They weren't sold by the guy on the sign. And where did those 89 agents hear about the house that they sold their buyers? The MLS. They didn't get anything from the guy on the sign. Again, see my video, Dude, Where's My Buyer? The bigger questions are, 1, how much your house sells for, and 2, how much of it you get to keep. That's dependent upon how much you pay in commissions. Legally, it's against the law for any real estate agent to say or imply that there is a standard or regular commission. So no one says it, but the assumption is that everyone pays 6%, which is flat out not true. Commissions are 100% negotiable. Some folks pay 6 or 7% commissions. Some folks hire me and get the same or better result for 4% or close to it. I've had my Seller Saves Money listing program for over 36 years. I was the original. At my website, click the link to see how much others have saved. Back in 1980, I changed offices and I stopped paying a broker 30% of everything I earned. I cut my overhead and stopped doing all the things that didn't work. I cut out fancy offices and all the stuff that doesn't get a house sold. And I passed the savings on to my clients. Did it work? Yes. I went to the top 1% nationally in volume and listings. And that was really great. But guess what? Me at the top 1% doesn't get your house sold. No one cares. I get that. What folks care about is my model. Who I am, what I do, why I do it, and more than anything else, folks care about the results. And my bet is that that's probably all you care about too. Most folks still remember Y2K, the early 2000s, before the real estate boom. I'd gotten remarried and had a lot of responsibilities, so I really went to work. I blanketed McCormick Ranch with my discount listing ads and promotions, and on the weekends I had my teenagers and their friends on rollerblades with rolls of Scotch tape putting flyers on every single door promoting my discount listing program and me as the neighborhood expert. I ended up with homes for sale everywhere, really good times, until the market crashed and everything hit the pavement, but that's another story. My point of the story is my model of saving folks money in commissions works. It did then and it does now, and it has for nearly 40 years. My model is I can get your house sold, get the most amount of money for it, get it done quickly, put the most cash back in your bank account, and you'll save thousands or tens of thousands of dollars in commissions. You'll get the same or better result as if you had listed with a Goliath. And if you want proof, visit my website, click on See How Much Others Have Saved. To wrap this video up, the takeaway is this. It's not important whose name is on the sign in front of your house. The buyer for your house is going to come from some other agent that pulls it up on the MLS, the multiple listing service. Some agent somewhere is going to pull up your listing on their computer. They'll see the price, who owns it, how long you owned it, what you paid for it, how much you owe on it, how long it's been in the market, how many times in the market, the entire history of your house. It's all there. And from that, some agent somewhere makes a decision to either include it or not include it on a list that they send to their buyer client. And that is the reason I market to agents, not buyers. The buyer for your house already has their agent. I go where the agents are, the MLS. If you want to catch fish, you have to put the bait where the fish are. The buyer for your house has their guy or gal, their buyer broker. The guy on the sign in front of your house is the listing broker. And that's exactly what listing brokers are trained to do. Get more listings. The more the better. Their job is not to sell the house. Their job is to sell you. Sell you on giving them the listing. Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that these experts are bad people. They're not. My best friends are experts. What the heck? We're all experts. I get that. I'm routinely called a neighborhood expert or specialist. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just into full disclosure. Not saying anything that's not exactly true and saving you thousands of dollars in commissions. These neighborhood experts are the folks that really know how to get listings. The idea is to get the listing now and then go to work on you later with price reductions or change the strategy with excuses, whatever. What's really happening after you sign up is that the expert puts it into the MLS system, it goes onto the internet, it goes international, and then the listing agent waits around for someone else to sell it. That's proved by the numbers. If it's priced right and it's in the MLS, properly in the MLS, it'll sell. Doesn't matter if you paid 4, 5, 6, 7% in commissions. It doesn't happen any faster. Wouldn't it be nice if you could get your house professionally represented in the MLS system? Have the entire sales process professionally handled with experienced representation and have everything that works to get your house sold. Makes you the most money. You didn't have to pay huge commissions for some expert's team or their fancy offices or travertine floors or gorgeous receptionists, fancy cars, and a lot of other stuff that just doesn't get your home sold any quicker. If you're looking for the guy that can get it all done, then I'm your guy. I'm the one that gets it done, and I do it every single day, and I have been doing it since 1978. Don't forget to see my video, How to Trick a Seller in 30 Minutes Flat, where I expose all the tricks that happen in listing appointments and that go on in our industry. So call me. Let's talk. I'll save you thousands of dollars, and if I don't think I can sell your home, I won't take the listing. And if you ever lose faith in me, cancel the listing. No long-term contracts, no upfront fees, no fine print. And that's something that you should demand from any agent that takes your listing. I'd like to be that guy that takes your listing, and I think you're going to like me, and I think you'll like the way I do business, particularly after you see the video, Dude, Where's My Buyer? To wrap up, I'd like to ask you to think about what matters and what's important. The answer is the MLS matters, and it matters who gets it there. It matters who writes it up to promote it properly. It matters who answers the phone when it rings with questions from agents or buyers. It matters that experience and nearly 4 decades of negotiating and communication experience answers the phone and negotiates the contract and all the selling paperwork that gets your home sold and your money back into your bank account. And most important, it matters how much you pay to get all that done. There's a very good chance I can list your house for as little as 4%, not 5, 6, or 7%. That means thousands of dollars more money in your bank account. And that fact, together with the rest of my offer, hopefully it's an offer you can't refuse. Obviously, the point of my videos is to encourage you to call me. I'd like to speak with you about selling your home. And I promise no obligation, no pressure. Just a lot of information, and then you can decide if you'd like to move forward. It's always totally up to you. And yes, you're welcome to call, email, or text me anytime with any questions. Hey, I'll see you soon in the next video, or if you call me, let's get together and talk, and in 30 minutes you'll know that you're talking to the right guy. Hey, thanks again for visiting my website and coming to my videos. Have a really great day.